great Saturday evening, everybody. Welcome back for another episode 11 of Ladies of the Empire. We have Miss Peachy right here. Then we have Jess, and we have Miss Dina. Backwards. Dina. Yeah, I swear I watch Bryant do that all the time. I'm like, oh, how is he going to? No, I'll have to keep practicing off camera.
I'm down and over.
Thank you, ladies. And if in case you didn't know, these lovely ladies here were able to brave the elements in wonderful Pittsburgh and go watch this wonderful, victorious game. How about you, ladies? Tell us how you are and go ahead and share your experiences.
I had a blast in Pittsburgh. It was cool getting to go there for the tailgates and everything and get to, be around so many people. I met a lot of people on this trip that I had not seen before. The last game I was at was Philly. So, and that wasn't it was the game before that when I was last at a game. So it was awesome to get to meet so many people. And like I was saying, the town of Pittsburgh is really nice. They are very classy, and we just had a fun time. It was really fun. The only static that came in is when some moron decided to come in Cleveland Browns jersey, and that didn't go over well. So they took all their frustration out on them. The game itself was really good. It actually shocked me. When you go through preseason, you go through everything, and you see all other things in practice, and then you go in the preseason, you're like, we're kind of nervous about this and that. But week one, just going out there, and our guys just look like they were amazing, like on offense and defense on both sides of the ball. It shocked me how good we looked, actually. So that was a very pleasant and thing to witness, is to see our guys. Also to see how many 49er fans were in attendance and how it changed the outlook of their stadium. Acrisure or whatever it is. I call it Heinz Field still, but so how that it was really awesome. So I just had a good time. It was great.
Yeah, it was my first time in Pittsburgh, but it was really cool. I had a blast. Fans were great until they started losing, and then there were a few, within there. The guy who sat next to me didn't say a word the entire time. He just sat there like it was like a dream, like sitting next to somebody like that. They were just quiet the whole time, didn't say a word. It was pretty cool. We did sit next to Javon Hargrave's parents. So that was pretty cool. But other than that, it was a really cool experience. I'm glad we walked away with the dub.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was really cool. My mom was raised like in this small town right outside of Pittsburgh. So it was almost like, coming home, like seeing the Duquesne incline and everything. I was like, oh, if my mom was still alive, I know she'd be happy. I'd be over there probably telling me, oh, don't forget to go here. Don't forget to go there. But it was really, it's really cool when you go to a town and my Uber pulled up outside of the McFadden's, and as soon as I got out, like 5 people were like, oh my God, look who it is. And I'm thinking, hi, I don't know your name. I don't remember your name. I was probably drunk, but how are you? They're like, girlfriend, how you been? I said, okay. And there were a lot of good looking men. So, I had to leave my number with a few. It was nice to meet Miss Peachy. I saw Wayne Breezy, and I said, where's girlfriend? It's like, oh, I think she's up front. And I'm like, okay. So I meandered my way and found her and everything. That was cool. But when you're walking around Pittsburgh and you got on your gear, Pittsburgh fans, we'll see you on the field. We'll see you on the field.
Oh, gosh,
Of
of course.
Let's go. Let's have a good game. And even afterwards, the day after, it was like, hey, it was a good game. No kind of BS that you have here in Philadelphia. But it was really nice. It was like one big happy family, seeing people again and just talking about the game the next day. There was a dude, a crane operator. I didn't even see him. And he like, yo, babe, that third down play in the first quarter, that was off the chain. And this man is like hanging from the. I'm like, dude, thanks. Yeah, you know it. Like, please don't fall on me. But, just talking about the game and having the camaraderie, that's what it's all about. So I'm ready for the next one.
Yeah, week one definitely did not disappoint, at least as long as you're a Niners fan, because it was spectacular. And we had a lot of great playmakers. A lot of playmakers we're hoping to see make better plays. And all I can do is just stay positive and just hope for the best. And so far, Brock Purdy showing signs of at least being as accurate as he was last season. So that is, I'm going to take as a positive start to the season. Especially you're supposed to do the best with what you're working with. All right.
Yeah.
So far, we're on a good start. And I just hope, obviously, it gets better. But 2 touchdowns for him. CMC ran in and got him one, total of 3 touchdowns. That was awesome. Do you ladies have any exciting moments that you remember in this game that you're like, any applause to accolades for anybody, or as Mariah would say, flowers you want to give to anybody, any of these players?
I have one. I would like to. Well, I have 2, maybe soon too. Drake Jackson surprised me.
Yep.
Was amazing. I was very, very impressed with him. I know that they were talking about, that he's grown since last year. Boy, has he, because he was everywhere and he was just getting sack after sack. And it was really nice to see him just do that.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. I was glad that Drake has made that next step. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to bring us this year.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to move as fast as he did. I mean, he was like, he tore down.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, he had Gatorade. Yes. Yeah, I would say Dre Jackson is one. Another one was my man Ayuk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely coming out there on that field. He doesn't even have anything really much to prove to anybody, really, except for just keep coming out doing the best things that you do, because you're only going to get better from here. And I don't see him slowing down anytime. Hopefully not for a while anyways, because with this agility, it's just going to be the best thing that our offense has, other than just CMC and Trent Williams and Debo and Kittle. And we have great playmakers, but sometimes it kind of boils down to Ayuk. He's not our deep threat, but he can get out there because he's quick. And sometimes the way that it seems that offense is like kind of schemed, nobody can really tell who the ball or where the ball is going to go to. So it's nice when you can see Ayuk bust out to break play like that, because I think a lot of people, not only himself, is definitely looking forward to that, because jumping over people and doing all kinds of crazy things, like, man, what else can this guy do?
That second touchdown that he had in the end zone on Patrick Peterson, where like Brock just threw that bucket, like right in the bucket. That was gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a nice touchdown.
Yeah. How about you, Jess?
I'm gonna go CMC. That moment that he broke that, broke the O-line, the defensive line, and just took off, and I was like screaming my head off. It was just, and then you had BA, you had Ray, like Jake Brendel, Juice, like making all their blocks and stuff like
Oh,
that. Like,
Juice was blocking. Juice was
Yeah.
blocking.
It was a really, really cool moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
want
game
to see
was
that continue.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's us our on our way to week 2, and dealing with those same old Rams. Just hoping the same outcome as far as another great spectacular victory Monday to celebrate. If you're a Niners fan,
Yeah.
Looking forward to another one after tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so great. That would be. I read an article and it said that the Niners are projected to at least win the first 4 of their games, and I'm like, you know what, I could see that. I really can. I was a
First
little
4,
leery.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I was a little leery with the Steelers, but now after seeing these guys come out and sometimes how they would start the season out very slow, it's nice to see that they came out and actually weren't going to actually do that this time.
Yeah, they were
So
quick.
that was actually reassuring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were really quick. And, the game itself surprised me because I didn't expect the score to be the way it was. I was looking at maybe a 3-point difference, not so much 30-7. But, that really shocked me. And what shocked me was the quickness of our offense. It wasn't as slow as normal, as it used to be. So the quickness of our offense, we got kind of like shut down on goofy penalties, which is something we really gotta clean up our penalties, because we were giving the ball away too many times with so much yardage, and that, I think, if that was the case, we probably would have had 40-7. Because the yards really need to clean up on is our penalty, stopping these stupid penalties out of nowhere. Our blocking, I was shocked. That was crisp.
Yeah.
Except for a few little things, in the third quarter. But other than that, it was crisp. I was really impressed, and I did not expect the score to be that score. I kept looking up going, huh? What?
Yeah. I just hated because we gave Pittsburgh anything, because we were just playing prevent, because the guys were just ready to go in for halftime, and I was just mad because I just wanted to just lay it on them and keep laying it on them, and prevent them from scoring, and just like a shutout. But
that would have been awesome. It was like it was going for one too for a minute there.
Exactly. And then they started playing prevent, and they're like, oh, we're just ready to go in the locker room, I guess, and they stopped defending, so they got 7. But
I know, it's like
what happened?
Right.
What's this I hear about? Womack is out. He's on an IR. Anybody else hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's out for like 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, he had an injured MCL. Apparently, he suffered during practice on Wednesday.
Yes.
The last play of the day. That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a cute kitty.
Oh, he's annoying.
And now I guess they elevated Trey Swilling. I've heard him, but I've not seen anything that he's done. But Trey Swilling will be seen fill in Womack's position, and so maybe also on the special teams too for Gunner, according to what I read. So that'll be interesting to watch out for.
Okay.
Well, going into week 2, we are now going to be facing off one of our divisional rivals, the Rams. One of the 3 other rivals we have to face this year. But we'll start off with this one. So far, we've met against them with 148 games since 1950. Niners have the winning record of winning 77, losing 68 of those games to the Rams, and tying 3. So it's good to see we're still winning, but it would be nice to see us add just a few more on top of that.
Definitely.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And the first game we played against the Rams was in October of 1950. But we didn't actually win against them for the first time until October of 1951. So it took us a year to win our first game against the Rams. We'll give you that. Oh, but one of the best things is I was going through with Bryant. There are 9 times that the Niners have shut out the Rams since 1950. And the Rams,
Okay.
there's been some times that they played good against us. We've lost a couple good times to them, but they have never shut us out.
Huh.
So, take that one.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see this. Everybody's talking about this big quarterback matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm anxious to see the up who were talking smack to me about it, and I'm just like, okay, he says, the Rams quarterback has more experience and a better arm, and I'm like, the proof will be on the field, bro.
Mhm.
Okay. He may have more experience in the league or whatever, slight, but the proof is going to be on the field. The other thing we were talking about is the blitz. Who's going to do it? Is it going to be the Niners? Or is it going to be the sorry blank blank Rams? Okay. I'm trying to keep this, PG. So, I mean, I could be me, but you don't want me to be me.
Oh. I don't know. Sometimes you got to let it out, Dina. Let it out.
So, yeah, that was a big discussion today. I met up some friends at the local watering hole about the blitzing. And I don't know if we're ready. I mean, I think we're good at blitzing, but not crisp. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't think I'm too worried. I am and I'm not, because it seems like in the last game, I don't know specifically if the Niners were ultimately just the whole game blitzing with their defense, but I know that they have definitely seemed to be able to hold their own as far as, but our quarterbacks do get blitzed. But I think that's our line. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. But I just don't want us to have any sloppy tackling either, to be complacent in the tackling, because the Lambs, they tend to move a little fast at times. We need to be on them, but not get a penalty. And I think that was one of our problems last year. We were too far back, giving them more space, trying to avoid a penalty. Get up on them a little bit, so they don't get that extra yardage, and they can have a 1, 2, 3 out, and we can go back on the field. That's what I'm looking for. I want to see how quick they are in offense and how their secondary looks. A friend of mine who's a so-called, he doesn't know what the hell he is. He's one of them fair weather fans. So he's like, the Rams secondary is better than your guys, and they're stronger and they're tall. Okay. I don't see it. I think we have a strength there, but we really need to step it up. I know we have a strength there, and it has to be maintained, especially if they have faster feet. So I think it's going to be a good game. I'm looking at a big blowout in a sense.
Oh, nice. Do you have a prediction?
Like 35-10.
Oh, sweet. Love it.
I don't think we shouldn't overlook any team. And I don't think we are. But I'm going to go 37-14.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Niners definitely can easily get. I mean, if Jake Moody and our offense are doing the same thing that they did last week, I can see at least 3 touchdowns being scored again, along with 2 kicks, two good field goals. And the Rams, we'll give them at least 1 touchdown because Matthew Stafford does have an arm. And then he did have like 2 wide receivers he was throwing to in place of Cooper Cup. But I know one has since then had some kind of oblique injury. So I don't know how that's going to play into him dynamically performing in this game along with the other guy. But yeah, I think for sure 20, let's see, 7, 14, 21, 27, 27 to 10. I say 27 to 10.
Okay. And for
But
God's sake, we got to do something about that right side. The Kivitz is making me nervous.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I mean, I had heard that him and Spencer Burford, as soon as they got on the plane back to the West Coast, they were, looking at the film of the game and stuff like that and seeing what they could clean up. I think we'll be fine.
nice.
I
Yeah,
hope
that's
so,
good.
Jess. Because he was making me nervous. I didn't bit off 2 nails that I didn't need, that I had.
We have a question from the chat. You ladies want to answer?
Uh-oh.
It's from Melissa. So past 2 seasons, we have had a non-quarterback throw a touchdown to another non-quarterback versus the Rams, or non-quarterback. So versus the Rams. If it happens tomorrow, who do you want to see throw and catch it?
Mm.
I'm going to go BA to Kittle.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. I could see that. Definitely get BA in there. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. And it's time for Kittle. Yeah. It's time for Kittle to be more involved. So yeah, that would be great. I put a
Of
little
course.
notch in his belt.
Yeah. Maybe
That would be
CMC
great.
to Ayuk would be good.
Yeah.
He can throw that. I was thinking last year, when that unfortunate situation was happening with the Niners, for sure they were going to get him in there because he does have his own passing, touchdown. I mean, it's just one, but you know what? If he can score one, I'm going to have the faith he could score another.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. I remember I was at that game, and when I saw that, we're like, "Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the hell he did. Oh snap. Okay, dude." I was like, "Yeah, another QB."
Just want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody in the chat.
Great.
If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Please check out our content. And Ms. Dina here, she may not have a channel, but you can always find her supporting the Niner Faithful through many people's platforms. Thank you again, everybody. Definitely looking forward to this. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
Dina.
one thing I wanted to bring up too. Jess, what do you think about special teams?
Ooh, I thought they were going to break one off. There were 2 occasions where I'm like, wow, like he's going to break free on the third one, and
Yeah.
thankfully it didn't happen, but that just too much room on that field.
Yeah. I was not, that had my heart racing a little bit.
Yeah.
To say the least, But yeah, the special teams, I was just like, ooh, no. No, we got to get in there, guys. No. No, I didn't take my other blood pressure medication. Come on.
Definitely.
Oh, and one other thing too. Beto commented on my hat. The friends of mine went to, wait a minute. What is it? Cozumel, Mexico. And they bought this for me.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah. So they went to Cozumel on a cruise and came back with this hat. and I put it like in this, like folded up the ends there to make it look like I'm a hunter. So we're going hunter for steel.
Love it. That
Yeah.
is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Do you ladies have any concerns as far as, I know we mentioned briefly about that right side, but are there any other concerns as far as what the offense or defense we see going into this game facing the Rams? We know they're not the same championship game that they once bought, but they do still have a couple stars.
I just think the defensive line just has to keep up with the pressure, because that always obviously helps the back end. So as long as we keep doing that, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. And the defense, yeah, and our special teams. That's what
Yeah.
kind of gets me. But other than that, I think we have a strong core.
I think so.
Yeah.
Even with the different things that we can, try to say we can adjust here or there, like the line is kind of scary, but it's not as scary as once upon a time we thought. And I'm hoping that with time, each, one game at a time, we'll just see that kind of like get a little bit tighter for us as far as maybe more effective and efficient versus kind of spectacle of not too sure what's going to happen there. But Trent Williams is there, so hopefully, McKivitz and Trent, they can just get together with everybody else out there and just kind of hold it together, because we've only just begun. Only just begun. So I'm definitely looking for that. We tied 3 times with the Rams since 1950.
Tied?
Tied.
Ew.
Yeah, that's not happening tomorrow.
No way.
No.
No ties available. I already have my broom. Oh, I should have brought it in here. I have my broom ready. So every time there's a Rams game, I want to make sure I have my broom. I'm just going to keep it right there next to me. So it's like I might have to sweep something up after the game. I don't know.
Okay. I was getting ready to say, what are you doing with that broom? Okay. You flying over the stadium or something? What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. If I had to go there to go make sure to be a cheerleader, get those Niners to win, I'd be like, I'll be there. I'll be your team spirit.
Oh yeah, I want to give a quick shout out to my brothers from the 408 San Jose group who was at the tailgate with me. They hooked me up with some awesome alcohol. So, and they were some really cool dudes from San Jose 408. I love you guys. I hope to see you again. And shout out to my other Philly native who was there representing Master Chef. He was in the place doing his thing with his 500, what is it? He has patches all over this red leather vest. And so he's out there repping strong in the streets of Pittsburgh early in the morning. And they were like, ooh, that's so cool. But yeah. Yeah, look at it. Don't touch. So shout out to Master Chef and 408 San Jose.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to these games. Was not able to afford the lamb this game, but there's gonna be another game where we're gonna have to face off with the Rams. So I'll give me some lamb then. I'll make sure I cook it real.
Okay.
We go to this bulk store, and then I've not been able to buy lamb chops, so I've not ever cooked the lamb chops, but I bought one of those lamb roasts, and it turned out pretty good.
I never had lamb. I never had lamb.
I have either.
It's not bad. I can tell you, if somebody ever tells you it's beef and you try it, you're going to know automatically it is not beef.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have a maybe gamey. Maybe that's what the term should be. It has like a gamey flavor to it, but not so overwhelming. But I hear if you cook it with garlic, that's supposed to complement the flavor. So that's kind of what I've been doing the last time when I cooked it, because I was like, all right, well, they say do it like this. I think next time I'll slice that thing up into steaks. We'll have to just eat celebratory lamb steaks for the Rams game. Like, sorry, Rams.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. What was that in the chat? I just saw somebody talked about sacks. Was that Melissa again?
Yeah, I
Liz.
think Melissa had a question.
Yeah, who do you want to see get multi-sacks tomorrow? Do we see INTs or money?
Hmm.
Oh,
Great question.
I think Nick Bosa gets a few sacks tomorrow.
yeah,
He's due.
he's due. And I think Jackson's going to be present again, too.
I agree. Yep.
I
Mhm.
agree. Especially after getting those last three, that just almost has to be just, opening up an appetite, feeling it.
Yeah.
Just, come on back. There's always more.
If
Yeah, I can-
Armstead holds and does what he does, and yeah, I think Jackson and Bosa, but Bosa, it's time. It's
Mhm.
time. We got to start counting.
Who do we see for interceptions or fumble recoveries?
Ah,
I think Huff will have a pick six.
yep. Jess, stop reading my mind. Dang, she got my answer. Yeah. I think that's coming too, because he was all over the place. I mean, he showed up in areas I didn't think he was going to be in, and the next thing you know, he's like, almost.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Huff is going to be out there doing strong things, and he's got to work on that lateral though. But
Yeah. Or
That
better
would-
yet, just try to outrun the offensive lineman and go for the end zone.
yeah, let somebody else
Saying.
block. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that scared me. I was happy
Shout
it
out to-
worked, but it
let's take
scared
off
me.
our hands.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people are looking forward to us doing that, given our history with them and what we've, done before in the last, let's say, the past. Like Jess said, you can't take for granted anything, you know. But it's going to be interesting to see their running game if they have one, and what they do, and how we adjust to it. That's the other thing, because McVay is sneaky.
Mhm.
Okay, and it's going to be how we adjust to it.
And I hope, as long as our offensive line just kind of hangs to, just kind of giving Brock Purdy the amount of time that he needs, hopefully not too much more than he needs, but heck, if the guy has enough time to make a cup of coffee, why not? But as long as he gets that time to do what he needs to do comfortably for the ball, then I know that ball is going to definitely get to where it's going to need to be, without a doubt. But we just have to make sure, as far as the line just has to make sure that they can, withstand the pressure of the other defense. Because I know Aaron Donald, I keep saying Darnold, Aaron Donald is going to be there. So, and he's always hungry.
Yeah.
He always wants a little taste of the 49ers because he can't stand us. Anytime we're victorious or great at anything, you can't be great. There's always somebody there that just doesn't like you because you're great.
That's true.
When you go to chew on gold, it doesn't bend on the teeth. So, you might break a tooth, buddy.
That's right.
And yes, Melissa, I agree with you. I would like to see Lenore get 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That would be so nice.
it's long overdue. I think that would be really cool for him. Really cool. Yeah, so thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely
Ooh.
love.
Yeah, the chat's moving.
It sure is.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to Melissa, Javi, Tommy Huxley, and we got a couple of Rams fans in the chat, Jim Everett, and I think I seen a Remelia sighting in here. We got my mama, Leilani Oliva. We have Technics Chick. Big Daddy Niners, Crazy Juice, Niner Sickness Podcast, Bryant Culp, Don Dotson. Who else do we have here?
Hey, Dawn.
Then Bebop Jones, Pterodome, David McNiner, Melissa. Wow, this chat's going. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
What's up,
Thank you,
everybody?
Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody.
Hey,
Stopping by.
Bebop.
Definitely enjoying this. Yeah, we're definitely having some fun. Looking forward to seeing at least the same productivity from the last game. You know, especially if you can do that against the Steelers. I'm assuming you're only going to do better against the Rams. But that would just be my personal opinion. But I'm definitely looking forward to see it come true. And
Yeah, just got to clean up some things.
now at the beginning of my day, by the time at about 10 o'clock, it was about 64% tickets sold to that game were Niner fans.
Wow.
So,
Yep.
and that was just this morning. So I don't know what the percentage is like as far as what's changed, but yeah, Niners are going to Levi South. They're going to go have some fun at home and bring home another W to put on the shelf. And oh man, I'm just really
I think that'd be really cool. Give us some leverage, more confidence in what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then this way we know how Shanahan can adjust to the other teams. But I think this is going to be something for us to really look into and get a chance to clean up what we didn't clean up on in Pittsburgh and fix ourselves, make some adjustments, and then win the game while we're making adjustments, because that's what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Now,
Yeah.
Jess, this question is going to be for you. Do you believe, because I know Kittle was, he was going through his, it was not a serious injury, but, you know, right before the season had started, he was dealing with his strain, but he was activated. He came out in the first game last week, and he didn't play as big of a game as we'd potentially like to see, but not that there's anything wrong. Would you expect to see a bigger game for Kittle this week, tomorrow?
I do. I think that he's going to be an X factor tomorrow, for sure. It's time to get him ready. I mean, you know, you can't game plan for everybody on the offense. You know what I mean? So there's always going to be, you know, somebody open and somebody ready to roll. But I think Kittle's going to have himself a day tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, and you know what I noticed about him is that he doesn't wait for the play to get called. He doesn't wait for somebody to find him. He kind of applies himself into the field of position as far as like, hey, here's the field of play. You know, I'm open. And, you know, sometimes he does. He gets in between three other defenders, and it is very scary. We don't want our guys going out there getting hurt to catch the ball, but Kittle definitely is not afraid to make it happen. And I definitely appreciate seeing that from him in an awesome way, because that's going to be nice. Not, you know, he can block, he can catch, he can. And do you think we'll see any of Ronnie Bell, or is he just kind of like one of those guys you just have on the bench and just wait until you have to throw in your second stringers?
I don't know. I hope so. I mean, I would love to see him out there again, get him a few, you know, few game experiences with the red and gold. Get him out there.
With what the Niners are doing right now with the offense right now, it kind of would be impressive to see if, you know, he can actually keep up, you know, as far as, you know, he looked explosive during the preseason games. I wonder if he can transcend that into regular season. But that'd be pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want him out there too long, because he's one of the guys we really want to keep healthy too. Not that we don't keep all our guys healthy, but because I know that we can definitely use him later on when we start playing them tweets, the birds and all them people. And, you know, like, what was it, 5 fly?
Oh, yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Something like that. So, you know, I want to keep them healthy, but I wouldn't keep them out there all day, just for a few plays, just to shock them.
Definitely. Can we expect to see Kinlaw out there any of this game? I know I seen him once, and I had to like really look hard for him, and he did register one solo tackle, so which is good. Produce something, but is this what we're looking at seeing as far as Kinlaw's career goes for this year? Is kind of like a hit and miss. He's only going to be utilized for little things now, or not that it's
Kinlaw is strictly a rotational piece.
just rotation.
Okay. That makes sense. Be on the safe side, you know? Yeah, that makes sense, Jess. Because, I mean, I watched that game Monday night with Aaron Rodgers, and as much as, you know, I don't care for the dude, I was like in shock. I mean, I had to like say prayers for the guy. I hate to see anybody get carted off the field. Anybody. It just makes me nervous when that cart comes out, you know. But yeah, I think we're going to be pretty strong, but we are not composure, but yeah, maybe composure, because again, these penalties are killing us, giving up too much yardage, unnecessary yardage.
Yep.
And that has to be corrected, you know.
And a lot of them are coming from the same person. You know, when you're coming out there being a repeat offender of the same exact penalty that you just got, you know, a couple plays ago, it kind of tends to raise an eyebrow as far as like, are we trying to win this game? Or are you trying to jeopardize, you know, third and down situation where, I don't know, some of these things, it kind of makes you wonder, like, okay, so some of the things I'm looking for, you know, since the transition from Jimmy to Brock Purdy is, okay, no being allergic to the end zone. Because that's scary. That seemed to be something that plagued the Niners sometimes. And that was just kind of like, you know, oh, here we go. We're at the end zone. You know, it's like a first and goal and you're like inches away and you're just like, don't sneeze, don't blink, you'll miss it. But Tommy Huxley has something to talk about. He wants to shout out Mr. Oliver. What do you ladies think? Because Mr. Tommy here, he does not think he is good at all. And I state, he sucks. He looks
I don't know. I mean, I was high on him before the season started, and then just seeing him a little bit in preseason and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their moments,
Right?
you know, but he needs to step it up a little tad bit. But you know, I don't want to like totally denounce the guy right away. It's just a first game. I want to see if what else can he do, because he makes me nervous too. That's all I'm going to say. The man makes me nervous.
So he thinks he's not physical. Yeah, he did. He looked a little slow. He looked like he was missing a lot of. And there's a couple of times that there was a couple holes that became open on the line, you know, for the running back of the opposing team or even the quarterback himself to come rushing through. And
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find. I just had it. Oh, here we go. From Melissa. So Debo is now speaking on turf versus grass. Do you think this becomes a huger issue for the team and league going forward?
It should.
Yeah, it definitely should.
It should. I mean, it's ridiculous.
And didn't Aaron Rodgers just get hurt on turf?
You can afford it. You know, you got guys out here getting injuries, career-ending injuries, and injuries that can affect them for the rest of their lives playing on this turf. Switch it to grass and get it over with. You know, it's not right. It's not right. And I've heard so many pros and cons about it. The pro is grass is natural. Okay. You know how to roll on it. Yeah, it hurts when you hit it like slam, you slammed on it, but it's natural. Okay. It's not like artificial with concrete and stuff mixed in that you're going to get a career ending injury. And these guys are out here busting their humps, trying to play a game, and they're getting paid, but they don't want to be getting paid that way, being on a sideline.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
And you have to wait for the time to not only heal, but then that whole mental factor comes into play as far as, are you mentally ready, keeping up with the body being ready.
Right. And I could tell you from my marching band days, grass, yes. Turf, no. Okay? Because it does something when you're marching on that turf. It does something to your feet, after a while. And you're just like, ouch, ouch, ouch. That's probably why I had to get knee surgery from landing on one knee, going down on one knee on turf. But yeah, I don't know why the league has not picked it up after all this time, because it's a serious issue. And I'm glad players are coming out and talking about it. Maybe owners will listen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'd imagine, money does play a factor, but, I'd imagine you're also making enough money to make sure that you invest in your investment. And I believe
Right.
You change over from the turf to the grass, you are investing in a better future, less injuries, better contracts and longer healthy careers for these players getting signed to multi-million-dollar contracts. Because there's nothing nice about seeing somebody getting signed to millions of dollars and then they're out because of an unfortunate injury, the first year of their contract being signed. That's not very nice.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I wish Bex was here. Bex, if you're watching, for me, just shake the candlestick dirt for us. Just
yes.
God. Yeah, that's
shake it on both sides, Bex.
Yeah, that's right. I'm looking forward to see, Moody, he had him an excellent game. Okay, so you could break down, you find out who was the one that, got your points, who made your touchdown, they got the 6 points, who made your kicks, they got the 1 or the 3 points. So between Ayuk and Moody, I think they both have about 12 points each, and then CMC, thank you for your 6. So yeah, my flowers to the offensive players this week are going to go to Ayuk and Moody. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Moody again come out there. And if he can go, another perfect game, that would be amazing. Just, it doesn't matter how many you kick, just as long as whatever you're doing, you're just kicking them and they're just going exactly where they should. And that's between the goalpost on the inside.
Yeah. So
I'm definitely looking forward to that because, sometimes you can see it. Our offense was getting tired out there last week and, we got close enough. And then we're like, all right, at least we have the kicker. 3 points is better than no points. And then even that sometimes was scrubbed from us. And I don't know, just gotta hang in there and one game at a time. And I'm just very excited because now with this year starting and we had that 30-7 win. Oh, looking forward to another just like that. But you really have anything to add to that? Do you have anything? Rumbo Sports, he does this thing. I have to ask him too. I listen to Rumbo Sports, and he does this thing where he does the live show. So, he doesn't obviously broadcast it to you, but it's like live streaming while he's watching and he's kind of reacting to it. A lot of fun. But then on Mondays after the game, he has a segment and it's called Let Me Holla at You. And basically all that is, you're kind of coming in, and if there's anybody who made you just a little bit upset as far as they didn't play to your expectations, you come in there and you start talking about it. And I'm like, all right, let me holler at you. Like, you dropped the ball. What were you doing? But are there anybody that you want to holler at as far as somebody just did not do what you thought they would do?
Mm.
I'm going to go Colton McKivitz.
Colton McKivitz. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Things
Yeah,
better be fixed.
It does.
Definitely.
Things better be fixed. You
And it
heard
kind
her.
of makes you wonder. It kind of makes you wonder how these guys react when they're sitting there in that room on that day where they have to review that tape and they have to relive those mistakes that they made, not only in front of their teammates and their coaches, but all of the fans who are watching this game. Like, what do you have to say about that? Don't tell me, just show me. I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit better of Colton McKivitz next, this coming up Sunday. Tomorrow, I keep saying this coming up Sunday because this week is kind of skipped past me a little bit.
Yeah.
Can't believe how fast time is going. It's kind of a little eerie, but just trying to.
I'd like to see Brendel move a little faster. Like a few seconds faster.
Mhm.
Because it seems like a delay. Like, no, block. He's like, oh yeah, brother. It's like, dude, the ball is snapped. You go in action. Don't stand there and be like, oh yeah, block. No, you need a few seconds more, buddy.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Yeah, Kivitz and Brendel, but mostly McKivitz. I was trying not to look at the right side. I was trying not to concentrate it while I was watching the game. I was trying, so I looked like I had like a dysfunctional eye, like one eye was going this way and the other eye was going this way because I'm trying to like not look at it, but yet I was looking at it, and it still makes me nervous. So they'd clean up their right side, I'd be very happy.
Absolutely. And
Yep.
I feel with them going in there, rewatching that tape, I'm hoping that there's something that just kind of triggers and just sparks in all of them that have to improve, that, the next game after every game is always going to be a better game. And if it ends up being, that's going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be good. And if Brock Purdy can just keep up doing what he's doing, I'd love to see more than 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns, but I will not ask for more. But if he can continue to average at least 2 or 3 touchdowns every game, all right. Get a little better, but all right. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
I don't want to think any differently because then you start asking different questions that I just don't want to go there yet. Let's see what you got, Brock. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's how people like
I do want to thank everybody.
Aiming for his arm.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That was kind of
that?
was after the interview.
Yeah.
That's his weak spot. And it's like if you don't get a penalty for like all I did was my job, his arm's right there. What am I supposed to? Oh, it's in a bubble. Like but when he came right back up, it was nice to see because at that point it was kind of crucial because it's like, all right, so you kind of seen him tense. Maybe he was reflecting on, like, oh, I'm about to get hit or my arm got hurt. And whether he says that he was thinking that or not, everybody here knows that man was thinking of his arm. Because I know I would, especially after making a milestone of a recovery like that. How could you not think of your arm? Like, I mean, sure, just get up and check it out. But he didn't. He got up and he went to the sidelines, after, it's time for the O-line to go over there. And he came back out. So no injury, no foul, no nothing. So we were all right. And I hope that he just continues to prevent himself from getting injured. Now, that one sack he took, he got smacked right at the line. And that they got him. So maybe he has to not rely on his line so much. Maybe he has to make sure that he's looking also. And it does take a little bit of time, but sometimes it takes a quick second to also just kind of remember to look left. When you're crossing the street, left, right, left again. Well, why do you look left? Right? You can't see left. You're looking right. So make sure that your blind side don't blind side, because that was one of the that was scary. That was one of my like, ooh, what just happened. Is he all right?
Yep. But I think we're gonna be okay. I'm
I think
being
so.
optimistic.
Last week
Yeah.
definitely proved that we have a lot to look forward to, a lot of greatness.
Yep.
And I'm hoping everything comes to fruition for us. Because if that's the case, then I will have a refrigerator full of beer.
Nice. That'll be awesome.
Because a lot of everybody's like, oh, bet you a six pack, bet you a six pack. So if 49ers win, I should have about 10 six packs.
Oh, nice.
Party
Oh, that's awesome.
at Dina's house.
That is so awesome. Well, I am definitely glad that you're able to experience a Pittsburgh Steelers game, and not only just a game, but an actual victory to go home and celebrate with. Definitely looking forward to this next game tomorrow in the afternoon. In case you don't know, because you live in a rock somewhere, the Niner game will be tomorrow live on TV at SoFi, which is Levi South. 1:05 p.m. is kickoff time. That's California time. 3:05, like 1, 2, 3, 4,
405. Yeah.
4:05.
Time.
Yeah.
So don't miss out because it's going to be great.
Exactly.
And with that being said, ladies, is there anything you wanted to leave us behind? Let us know where we can find you, or if there's any awesome plans or projects you're working on this coming up week, or special plans for the game. Are you doing anything special?
Not sure what I'm doing for the game yet. I know this coming week, I don't think we're going to have a show on Wednesday, East Coast Red and Gold. I think we're actually going to do our show on Sunday. I'm sorry, Thursday before the game.
Oh, sweet.
For about like 15, 20 minutes from inside Levi Stadium. So I'm pretty pumped about that.
Okay.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Yep. Home opener.
Good.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, we're the Philly fans, the Philly 49er fans. There's a group of us that are getting together and going to a sports bar and watch the game together, and hoop and holler and scare people. So the poor hostess is just like, to the left, to the left. She doesn't say, oh, hi, it's you or anything. She's just like, to the left. So we're getting together for that. That should be great. See some people I haven't seen all summer and everything. And
Nice.
for this week, I'm going to try to take a nap before when I get home from work. I'm going to unplug the phone, park the car, run in the house, release the hounds, and take a little snooze before the game.
Right. Gotta get energized.
Yeah. And this way I can stay up and see it without having one eye open. That's about it.
Awesome. Well, I don't have anything upcoming as far as no plans to pop in on anybody's shows this week, but it could change. But I do know you can always find us, Ladies of the Empire, here on Saturdays. But next Saturday, so not today, obviously, but next Saturday, we will not have a show. So maybe I can get with the ladies. We'll figure out a corresponding day that potentially, if it's all our schedules, we can go ahead and drop another show. But yes, it's going to be a fabulous Niner game in our second home. And, out of so many other problems that the 49ers could have, or any other team in this organization could have, like, let's say the Jets, they have to share a stadium. We actually are lucky to have 2 stadiums. So we have 2 homes to celebrate in, and I'm looking forward to enjoying another win in our second home.
Yeah.
So,
and
then maybe
shout out to the chat too.
Absolutely. The chat has been amazing. Everybody, we do appreciate you stopping by. Again, if you haven't hit that like, please hit the like, subscribe, share with everybody, bring your friends. You know where to find us. And as always, go Niners and forget all the noise. And Rams, we will see you soon.
Go Niners.
Absolutely.
Peace. Go Niners.